Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex. So I just picked up this ATV sprayer from Tractor Supply the other day. It's the County Line 15-gallon one. Yeah, you might be able to tell I'm standing on my gravel driveway in front of my house, and weeds have been loving to poke their little heads through. And the way I have been maintaining it is a gallon pump sprayer with this RM43 stuff. Yeah, this video is not really about whether or not that stuff works, because I know it definitely does. This video is all about whether or not or how well this ATV sprayer does. I'm hoping it does a nice even spray across the ground, so it'll hopefully speed up the process and does a good job at keeping the weeds away. But if you are curious about the results of this RM43, I will be including those at the end, so please stick around for that. But yeah, so I'm just going to get down to it. Please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks everybody. So this ATV sprayer was pretty easy to assemble actually, but there were a couple unexpected challenges that I'll be getting to. These two bottom brackets that the tank sit on when they're on the back of the ATV mount pretty easily. They just screw onto the bottom of the tank. But this bracket for the back sprayers is where I found my first issue. The sprayer bracket's holes that are supposed to line up with the two brackets I just put on the bottom of the tank don't actually line up. You can kind of see here that I have it lined up perfectly on the right here, but if you move over here, you see that it's off just by like an inch, and it needs to move to the right. But if I move it to the right, it doesn't line up with the holes over here. So clearly, it's not in the right spot. So there's only one real solution here. It's drill time. So that wasn't too bad to fix. Now it's time to attach the hoses, and those went on pretty easily, no issues there. But the power source for this pump sprayer is these battery clamps. You're supposed to attach them to your ATV or whatever vehicle's battery. And I cannot figure out how to access my ATV's battery. I've looked all over on both sides and underneath, and I can't find the lever or whatever. So since I can't find the battery, I bought this on Amazon to plug into the ATV cigarette lighter adapter plug. Yeah, I don't know if I just lucked out or not, or if this is all County Line pump sprayers, but my pump sprayer didn't come with a drain plug. So I actually had to go out and buy a drain plug. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to be filling it up right now. And this drain plug is actually a hose spigot attachment. I got that kind because it has a nice on-off lever there, so I thought that'd be cool. Having this on-off switch is probably better than how it comes originally anyways. Now I'm just making sure everything works before I put the RM43 in there. Don't really want to have it not work and have this stuff in there, because this stuff is not cheap. So I thought I'd just recorded myself putting the RM43 concentrate actually into the tank there, which apparently I didn't push record. You gotta always record, but I didn't on this one. But ironically, I'm taking an old Roundup container and I measured out the amount of ounces and drew a line. So now I have a handy container that I can just fill up to that line, never need to measure again for how much stuff I need in that 15-gallon one there. And if you're curious, according to the label on the bottle, it says 6 ounces of the concentrate per gallon. So 15 gallons times 6 is 90. So up to that line is 90 ounces. Alright, so the gravel driveway is done. So far, I'm loving this sprayer right here. Even the wand sprayer part of it is awesome. Like having the pressurized motor on this thing is awesome. Like even if I just had that kind of wand sprayer doing the whole gravel driveway, that's probably twice as fast with just that. But spraying it with the double sprayer with the ATVs behind it like that, I mean, that's got to be a quarter of the time. So this thing is awesome. But right now, I'm on the part of my property that I call the back 40. I don't even know if it's actually 40 acres, but it's probably kind of close. Yeah, but basically all around me where you can see to the actual big trees is my property, and then a little bit into the trees is where the property line is. But this is where the burn pile I have going is. And in a previous video you might have seen, I took my brush cutter, my self-propelled brush cutter, into the trail in front of me here. Yep, and it's already kind of grown back. It's probably already over a foot tall. So I'm going to be using this sprayer on it to hopefully keep down this trail for a while. We'll see. And this will probably be definitely by far the greatest before and after of before spraying and after spraying. So hopefully I get some decent footage here for you guys. So we'll see. All right, let's get to it. Alrighty, so it's 5 days later. Let's check out how well this RM43 stuff worked. Oh yeah, this front part of my driveway here probably will give you a really good idea how well this stuff works. Might be kind of hard to see on camera actually, but all the brown stuff on the right here, and where it gets a little bit lighter dead-ish color there, is all where I sprayed. So it definitely works. So all just brown, gone, and so the green, nice alive stuff. Not too shabby. This stuff's definitely working like it usually does. Now let's go check out the back 40 trail. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera that well, but I can definitely see an awesome brown line from where I went down and back with this sprayer. So that is awesome. Let's go check it out in person. When I was spraying this trail off, I was on like half a tank or less, and this is really uneven terrain, so the liquid in the tank was going all over the place, so at times the pump actually cut off. But it still seemed to do a pretty good job on the weeds here. Alright, so that's 5 days after spraying this RM43 stuff with this awesome County Line ATV sprayer. Certainly glad I got this thing. It's going to make maintaining these trails so much nicer, so much easier. So I'm so glad I bought that thing. But yeah, this RM43 stuff might not be cheaper than Roundup if you follow the bottle's instructions, like the 6 ounces per gallon. But it's called RM43 because that means it's 43% glyphosate. And Roundup, like traditional Roundup, it's like 21 or 22% glyphosate. So this RM43 is just about double the strength of traditional Roundup. So if you wanted to, you could cut that 6 ounces per gallon of water that the bottle recommends to 3 gallons or 3 ounces per gallon of water. Like, you might not get the up to a year results that the bottle claims that you can possibly get, but you'll definitely still see results. So that's a little tip for you guys. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.